You can see here, I'll point out, Washington Park. It was a beautiful night out last night. Plenty of people in attendance at the park. We had Memorial Hall, Music Hall, we had the opera. So this happened at approximately 1915. The opera was scheduled to start at 1930. So we had a lot of patrons arriving. I'm going to play a video here for you from one of our city cameras. You'll see this blue Toyota Camry stop in the middle of the intersection. Our suspect gets out of the car, and he has a firearm in his hand as he starts to walk northbound on Elm Street. This video is about 1.5 minutes long, but it's powerful. You can see him here, walking northbound. Some of the foliage on the tree is going to block some of the video for just a moment. There is no audio on these cameras. This camera is being maneuvered by an officer at our real-time crime center to keep an eye on the suspect. Right there, approaching Memorial Hall. See people going inside up the steps of Memorial Hall. You see the officers displaying their patience and their tactical mindset. They're keeping a distance, being fully aware of what is going on around them. You can see the patrons trying to get into the music hall facility. Okay. The suspect, we now know, is Mr. Juan, J-U-A-N, Mack, M-A-C-K. He's a black male, 48 years old. He exited the vehicle holding his firearm, walked north on Elm. Officers followed. What you couldn't see on there, couldn't hear, I should say, is they were constantly giving him commands. Stop, drop the gun, stop. He didn't comply with any of those commands. Considerable amount of foot traffic as he approached Music Hall. Officers cleared the nearby parking lot and the area in front of Music Hall. So as additional officers were responding, they were able to shut down the vehicular traffic to the north and the south of Music Hall to alleviate any potential danger to citizens. He stopped at Music Hall on Elm Street, stood at the corner holding the firearm in his right hand, and officers continued to tell him to drop the gun. Go ahead, Steve.
Can't give it the chair.
All right. Oh, what the hell?
40 millimeter, 40 millimeter!
I got bodies on bodies.
Units on the west, southbound.
What's that talking back? Drop the gun! Drop the
40
gun!
millimeter, 40 millimeter! Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
That's what we
Drop
want!
the gun!
Drop the gun! Stop! Don't pop him in no more, boy.
Drop the gun!
Pop him in no more!
Drop it and I won't.
You better not. I'm telling you.
Good now?
Stop. Don't do it no more. You better not do it no more.
Drop it, man. We ain't gonna do it no more. Just drop the gun.
I'm gonna pop
Come on, man. Be smart. Be smart.
Don't pop with me no more. I'm gonna lay it down.
Lay it down. Lay it down. Lay it down.
That shit didn't hurt.
Just lay it down, man. Lay it down. Just lay it down. Put it down.
Stop.
Put the gun down.
Stop. I'm gonna pop back. I'm gonna pop back.
City squad, switch to 1D, all on duty squad, switch to 1D
Y'all better
immediately.
not. I'm gonna pop back.
Drop the gun.
Stop. Boy, I'm
So to give you an idea of chronologically what happened there, we had a supervisor with a 40 millimeter foam round. That's a non-lethal weapon that some of our supervisors have in their vehicles. The sergeant fired one round, hit Mr. Mack on the leg, had no effect. He fired a second round, missed Mr. Mack, while the officers, you can hear him continuing telling him, drop the gun, drop the gun. I don't know if you guys picked up on it or not, but some of Mr. Mack's responses to the officers were things such as, I'm going to hell, I'm going to hell, I have a body on me. Keep in mind, he just practically murdered a woman, practically murdered her. He doesn't know whether she's dead or alive. He believes he's killed somebody. The other part here, I don't know if he kept telling the officers, you drop your gun, then I'll drop mine. Not tactically sound, we're not going to do that. We're not going to back down. The other thing is he's telling the officers, if you fire that 40 millimeter, is what he's referencing, again, I'm going to start popping. I'm going to start popping. That's a threat to the officer's safety. So at the end of this, he refused to follow the officer's commands, in fact, raised his firearm, which caused the officers to use deadly force. We had one officer that fired one round from a patrol rifle, another officer that fired 3 rounds from his handgun, another officer that fired 1 round from his handgun, and another officer that fired 1 round from his handgun. And in total, the sergeant fired 3 40 millimeters. First one had effect, second one missed. The third one was fired simultaneously as the deadly force was being used. Do you have another one, Steve?
All on duty squad, switch to 1D, all on duty squad, switch to 1D immediately.
Drop the gun.
Stop. Just boy, I'm